press release. Friendship and working visit of His Excellency Mr. Romuald Wadagni, President of the Republic of Benin, to Burkina Faso. On June 2nd, 2026, His Excellency Mr. Romuald Wadagni, President of the Republic of Benin, paid a friendship and working visit to Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, to give new impetus to the age-old relations uniting the Beninese and Burkinabe peoples. Upon arrival at Ouagadougou International Airport, President Romuald Wadagni and his delegation were welcomed by Comrade Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of Faso, surrounded by government members and heads of institutions, as well as representatives of the constituted bodies. In line with the shared will of the two heads of state to consolidate the historical relations of friendship, brotherhood, and cooperation uniting Burkina Faso and the Republic of Benin, this visit allowed the two illustrious figures to conduct an in-depth review of bilateral relations and key sub-regional, African, and international issues. On a bilateral level, the two presidents reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening political dialogue and deepening cooperation between their countries. They stressed the need to build a renewed partnership based on trust, mutual respect, solidarity, and the search for concerted solutions to common challenges. To this end, and addressing the security situation in the sub-region, the two heads of state emphasized the imperative need to strengthen cooperation, solidarity, and consultation among neighboring states in the face of common threats, notably terrorism, organized cross-border crime, and all forms of violent extremism. They reaffirmed their determination to work together for peace, stability, and sustainable development in the West African region. The two heads of state also exchanged views on the main challenges facing the African continent and the international community. They notably discussed the situations in the Sahel Strip and the Great Lakes region and reaffirmed their commitment to the peaceful settlement of disputes, dialogue, and diplomacy as the preferred ways of resolving crises. On economic issues, the two heads of state welcomed the potential and the promising prospects for cooperation in the fields of trade, industry, crafts, technical and vocational training, transport infrastructure, logistics, transit, and investment promotion. They agreed to further encourage economic exchanges and cross-investments for the benefit of economic operators and the populations of both countries. Appreciating the strategic role of the autonomous port of Cotonou in supplying Burkina Faso and the importance of smooth transport corridors for the economies of both countries, the two leaders expressed their commitment to strengthening cooperation in transit facilitation, transport, and logistics. To breathe new life into the bilateral partnership, the two heads of state instructed their foreign ministers to take the necessary steps to hold the fifth session of the Burkina Faso-Benin Great Joint Commission for Cooperation as soon as possible. They also encouraged the acceleration of the finalization of pending draft agreements to strengthen the legal framework for cooperation between the two states. The two heads of state welcomed the conditions of stay, reception, and integration enjoyed by Burkinabe nationals living in Benin and Beninese nationals established in Burkina Faso. They encouraged their respective communities to continue maintaining exemplary relations of brotherhood, peaceful coexistence, and solidarity. The two presidents praised the quality of the historical ties uniting the Burkinabe and Beninese peoples, as well as the family and historical bonds that help further strengthen the closeness between the two nations. They reaffirmed their desire to make this human proximity an additional lever for cooperation and integration. At the end of his visit, His Excellency Mr. Romuald Wadagni expressed his deep gratitude to Comrade Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the government, and the Burkinabe people for the warm, fraternal welcome and hospitality extended to him and his accompanying delegation. Comrade Captain Ibrahim Traoré took the opportunity to reiterate to his Beninese counterpart his warm congratulations on his brilliant election as head of the Beninese nation and his most sincere wishes for the success of his mandate. His Excellence, Mr. Romuald Wadagni, invited Comrade Captain Ibrahim Traoré to pay an official visit to the Republic of Benin. The president of the Faso accepted this invitation with pleasure. The details and dates of the visit are to be determined by mutual agreement through diplomatic channels. The two heads of state expressed their conviction that today's visit will mark an important step in relaunching and strengthening the partnership between Burkina Faso and the Republic of Benin, serving shared prosperity, regional stability, African integration, and the well-being of their peoples. Done in Ouagadougou, June 2nd, 2024.